So you're thinking about what you want, but it's not manifesting? Today, we're going to show you a powerful technique to help you manifest what you want. And it's all about beginning at the end today on Awakening with Amy. Hi, welcome. I'm Amy Valentine. I'm a certified life coach, hoping to awaken within you a mindset that you can be, do, and have any desire. And today we're going to talk about a really powerful but simple technique to learn. It's a Neville Goddard teaching that will literally transform your life. And I'm not joking. It's really, really powerful. So, what it is, it's the concept of beginning at the end. When a desire comes to you, it's a divine urge from your higher self telling you that desire is already available to you. It's already yours. You have to claim it because you're the supply from infinite intelligence, from the universe, from God, whatever you want to call it, is equal to your demand. So the desire came to you. Now you have to think from it. Think as it. Begin at the end, as Neville would say. So I'll tell us Neville Goddard's story that brings this process it will literally get clear for you. And then I'll go through the steps that Neville used to create this thing that he desires. So beginning at the end, what is that? Well, think about a writer. You know, if you read books, you like books, the writer always has to begin at the end. The writer has to know, how is this story going to end before they even start the outline of the book. Why? Because it's all about focus and attention. If the writer doesn't know how the story is going to end, then there won't be a cohesive journey to organize that story. It doesn't really matter how the story is written per se, but it matters that the writer knows the end in order to create the outline to make the story cohesive. Otherwise, it would be chaotic, right? It would be unbelievable and it would be all over the place. Well, that's the crux of this Neville Goddard teaching. Begin at the end. And it's all about understanding that everything that is physical was first just in your imagination. It was an invisible reality before it became a physical, tangible reality. So here's the Neville Goddard story that is going to help explain how to do this and really what it is. So Neville Goddard, it was like 1933. He was living in New York City, a starving artist. He was a dancer and he had no work, no money. So his desire was to be in Barbados, his home country, with his family for Christmas. So Neville is talking to his friend Abdullah. Abdullah was a mentor to Neville, teaching him about this all those years ago, right? And Neville said to Abe, listen, I want to be in Barbados, but I don't have the money. I don't know how I'm going to get there. And, it's really stressing me out. And Abe's like, Neville, you are in Barbados. And Neville's like, wait, no. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm in New York City, Abe. I don't have any way to get to Barbados for the holidays because I have no money. Abdullah looks at him and he says, Neville, you are in Barbados. And he gets up, walks out of Neville's apartment and slams the door. Neville's like, at first, Neville said, I didn't understand what Abe was saying. But then he said, I started practicing right before I went to sleep what it would feel like, what it would be like if I was in Barbados. Neville did that for a month straight and nothing changed. Nothing moved in his physical reality. So he was getting discouraged. He went back to his friend, Abe, and he said, Abe, I've been doing this technique. I've been imagining, going to Barbados and nothing is moving. And Abe looks at him and says, who the heck is talking about going to Barbados? You went to Barbados and you went first class. End of story. So Neville says that conviction of his friend made it just, he started to feel the reality of it, and something clicked for him. 2 days later, he gets a letter from his brother giving him the money to go to Barbados. Not only did it give him spending money to buy the outfit to get on the ship, etc., and spending money, his brother wrote a letter, said, I already called the ship. I paid for your ticket. It's on December 6th. Just show them this letter for confirmation on that day and you're all set to go. So Neville goes down before the date he's supposed to leave, just to make sure that this is all kosher. And he shows the captain or whoever it was the letter that his brother paid for everything. And the captain says, oh, yes, we received, it's all paid for. We have your ticket ready. You can pick it up on the 6th. But just to let you know, it's not first class all the way. From New York to St. Thomas, you're going to go regular coach, and then from St. Thomas to Barbados, you'll go first class. Neville said, no problem. See you in a few days. So Neville sees his friend Abdullah again and says, Abdullah, it worked. I'm going to Barbados, but I'm not going first class the whole way. And Abe said, once again, he stuck with it. This guy is amazing. Neville, you went to Barbados and you went first class. End of story. So it's December 6th. Neville goes to the ship, fully expecting, he didn't, whatever. He said, I didn't mind modifying my desire. And the captain says, we have great news. We had a cancellation. You're going first class the whole way to Barbados. And Neville said, obviously he was so excited and pleasantly surprised. So what's happening here? This story is so powerful because it demonstrates the power of using your imagination and literally ignoring what's going on in 3D. It's living from the end. He wasn't in New York City thinking about going to Barbados. Abdullah was teaching Neville, think from the end of your desire already being fulfilled, and don't mess with the details. Don't mess in the middle of how you're getting there. Just trust and have faith and persist in. It's literally persisting with no effort. It's defining your end. That's the first step. What do you want? Neville wanted to be in Barbados. Number 2, construct a simple scene that would imply it's already done. Well, for Neville, that was right before he went to sleep, relaxing into thinking that he was in Barbados. Maybe he was sitting on the beach with a cocktail, thinking from Barbados, thinking about New York City. And for him, that's what worked. That's what he was thinking about. And then 3, persist in that feeling that it's already mine, that my wish is fulfilled and I don't need to mess with how it gets fulfilled. It's all about, Abdullah was teaching Neville how to deny the evidence of his senses long enough to get into that feeling state of focus and attention on what he wanted as if it were already true. Just like the Bible teaches too. Judge not by appearances. Walk by faith, not by sight. That's what they're talking about. It's an inside-out approach, using your imagination to conjure that feeling of fulfillment, knowing when a desire comes to you, it's meant for you to be fulfilled, as long as you have no attachment to when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen. You just focus on the end. You begin and end at the end. Is this powerful or what? So when the obstacles come up, like they did for Neville, you go back to the end. It's about the frequency, not about effort. How many times are you going to go back to, no, my wish is fulfilled and I'm going to trust the path, right? Let's end, to recap all of this teaching, with a quote from Neville himself. This is what he says. The habit of seeing only that which our senses permit renders us totally blind to what we otherwise could see. To cultivate the faculty of seeing the invisible, we should often deliberately disentangle our minds from the evidence of the senses and focus all our attention on an invisible state, mentally feeling it and sensing it until it has all the distinctness of reality. He literally is summing up how to begin at the end, how to trust, have faith in that inner power to be, do, and have anything. So I urge you, try this process out. Ask yourself what you want. Honor that desire, love that desire, knowing it is your fulfillment. It's your excitement. Like Bashar says, follow your excitement and the path will unfold on its own. Number 2, construct that simple scene in your imagination lightly. Let the scene come to you. What would it feel like to be in Barbados? Not, I'm going there, I'm in. What does that feel like? And then persist in that feeling state, just gently and softly reminding yourself that every wish is fulfilled first within your mind, and then you will see the physical evidence of it. So until next time, have a great day. Like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you. Thank you so much.